Okay, this morning we are going to go through a post of Eunice PB. PB, that's her name on X. She made a post yesterday, being 27th of January 2025, and that post is what we are going to go through this morning. All right, I wanted to discuss about other things, but when I saw this post, I said, okay, let me just focus on that post because there's something that she said here that we need to elaborate. And that's why we're here. So this is not an attack on anybody. I'm not here to tell you that go and attack anybody. I don't support any violence or criminality. I always say that because I want to have that kind of idea. Don't see this platform as platform for saga, but for clarification and a better understanding. That's the intention of the platform, not to drag anybody or to cause any chaos, right? Whether you, I'm not saying that you should love what I'm saying or what I'm doing, because of course, in this life, even Jesus Christ was hated by some people. So it is normal. But my prayer is that people that love me will outnumber those who hate me. I always say that. Okay? And we are not in support of any criminality or any madness, anything illegality or killing of any kind. We're not in support of that. This platform is not for that. So we are here for clarification and for better understanding by throwing more light on things that are in social media. Now, as an insider, we are not, as an outsider rather, we are not part and parcel of decision making of any group. So don't get it wrong. We are not here to cause any problem. All right. But that does not mean that we have to side nonsensity because we don't want you to feel that we are not siding anybody, or you understand what I mean. So know that here we will tell you the honest truth, no matter how painful sometimes it may seem to be, but you have to accept the fact that this is the truth. So this lady made a post and she says something like this. Iman State resolved and press briefing in line with PM's disassociating himself from Uncle Rebel's madness. Today being 27th of January 2025. Based on the following undeniable facts. Number one, that Ngozi Rebeze sabotaged Biafran from very day of the declaration of the restoration of Biafra. She defied the day Biafrans held as sacrosanct with the excuse that our supreme leader, Mas Nnamdi Kanu, would be released in sort will be released to the sort what we are doing. This is a man the world leader have called for his unconditional release. Like I said, anything lie, you can see it from get-go. Now, the reason that you said, or what she gave, the reason that she gave that made her to change the date is not only this thing. And this, what she said now, is not even what she said, what she has said. This number one, I think how many because they have I don't know if this title is from her. Okay, the number of the reasons what they put here is almost is numbering to six. Okay, seven so-called facts. We are going to go through the seven. So this video may be somehow long, but we'll try our best to see if we can shorten it. Now, let me tell you that this number one that this lady said here, she has said that one of the reasons why she changed the date, she can smell danger. One of the danger is maybe to arrest people that are in the hall or to cause problem, and people will start fighting. Then Finnish police will come and you know end everything, because that time the people that supported or facilitated the arrest of PM, they were in the hall. They know themselves. All right, people who don't want the declaration to take place, they were there. They know they still don't feel comfortable with it. And remember that some of the Biafrans who are shouting now have actually told their Biafran cabinet members and CS that they should postpone the whole thing. They don't want Biafra to be declared, knowing fully well that some people's lives are in this movement. They don't care. They always want to have a way, because the intention of Nigerian government is to make sure that it will not be declared. That is not the fact. If not, tell me the reason why of all the time they had, why must it be few weeks to the convention they started working and creating all this nonsense. So they were also actually looking for a way to actually stop the convention himself. They thought that after the arrest of PM, that nobody's going to have the strength or the power to come up to declare Biafra. That was why many of them that are telling you that they're now that they're ATM, that all these things, they are not able to voice out them. They were all scared. That I use the word scared. Some people say that they couldn't say anything because they are accomplice to the what happened. They are together with what happened. Meaning, in other words, that they are the one that actually, you know, uh, gave reasons or facts or evidence rather why they should go after PM. You know, that kind of thing. But everything still is still a rumor. So I don't want to say it like I have evidence. I'm sure of what I'm saying. So this is just a mere rumor. Nobody knows the fact yet. But be it as it may, this is one of the reasons why CS said that. And the issue of Master Mcgano coming there is not what CS said. CS said that she already knows these people as people that love, they are full of insubordination. They don't value PM at all. Because the idea of taking PM away is just to stop him from not being the one to redeclare Biafra. Number one, they don't want his name to appear there. That's not the fact. You may not accept it, but it's true. That they prefer that Master Mcgano come out, that Master Mcgano will be the only one to redeclare it. Meaning that you should just wait until Master Mcgano comes out before you start fighting for Biafra again, which is what DS is doing. DS said that they are not fighting for anything now. They are waiting. They are creating more awareness that our leader cannot be in detention, and we are talking about Biafra. That is their own, belief, and that's what they want to replicate. They want to repeat the same thing in the government, and CS said no. But what do they do now? They twist it as if CS is anti-mass American and they want you to move ahead. That kind of. This is why I don't know why people are so dull when in terms of when in terms of connecting things like that. Things like this is not something that you just okay. Let us just forget about it. No, imagine what the intention of DOS. Why the reason why they said okay, let us go underground and start political solution or whatever they call that, because they don't want to talk about Biafra anymore, and they have said it publicly that they're not fighting for Biafra, and now they want to go back to create awareness. These are people that want to march. From marching, the leader disappeared, and because of the leader have disappeared, they don't want to talk about it anymore, and that's what they want to repeat again here in the federal government in Nigeria. And she said no. For some of you who don't understand it, this is the reason. Number two, she said she went ahead and dissolved the Biafran government cabinet, of which she has no right to do as CS. Then she acted under the whose instruction. The mantle of leadership was passed to her. And she knows that most of you cannot use this mentality that have been using, that they keep on nursing. PM may have the strength to nurse you guys. She may not have the strength to work with you. That's number one. Number two, PM actually said that the cabinet will be dissolved. It is not even in the cabinet. He has said it in public. And not only that he said it, he did not give specific time. He said after the what do they call it? After other countries have recognized Biafra, like when countries have started, not after, when countries started recognizing Biafra, it had to. But the gravity of what you guys in the cabinet were doing is not something that you can even get one proper recognition with, because this subordination and ignoring the rule of law that you guys made is staring at everybody's face. One of it shows in the internal board meeting that CS revealed the video where you guys where Sonapara posted something against CS, and PM was like questioning you guys, is what this man what he posted, that post that he made, do you think is right or wrong? He asked that question to Nkere. Couldn't answer couldn't answer direct to that question. He started fumbling, like looking for schools, looking for a way to dodge the question. Oh, PM, if you say that it's right, it is right. If you say that it's wrong, what kind of even a baby of 11 years, we understand that you are part and parcel of the post. PM just ignored that for peace to reign. And after, when you say that you are sorry, if you feel that how hard you felt to say that sorry. You know the state that you were when you said that, so you were not comfortable, but this is something that you have to do for you, PM to see you as a human being again. And you did that. He said, yeah, that he don't want anything in God. He don't want to talk about it again. That all this, what you said just now is what he has been looking for. We watched those videos, meaning that you guys have been, showing your insubordination to her leadership. You don't care that she's serious, means nothing to you guys. Okay? The meaning that you don't have any iota of love. And how can you work with someone who actually hated you to the extent that the person don't hide it. He can say it, one on one to your face that he don't love you. So CS, that's the reason why one of the reasons. There may be other reasons which, for me, you can say I'm rushing the video. I'm not trying to deliberate on it like I'm supposed to do, because I'm trying to work on the minutes of the video. All right. The third one, she said that upon the dissolution, she crowned herself deputy prime minister. The question we are asking is, where did she derive the power after dissolving the cabinet? Now, please, naturally, okay, naturally, let's all be honest. She stepped up to declare Biafra when you guys were panicking. Some of you may have your reasons, because if you are accomplice of what happened to PM, your conscience will not really allow you to come forward to act properly. That's number one. That's nature. You understand? It takes you to be. You have to be a very strong criminal for you to, when people are looking for, let's say, any item or mismanagement of fund, and you are the one that money landed in your pocket, for example, you must be a very strong criminal to stand up to be the one leading the search of that money. If you are involved in something that is very terrible, if you have committed something, maybe a very big crime, nobody knows. Your culture will not let you to lead the search of that for the loss of that item or that money, because you in your conscience, you know that you are one of you. The money is with you. It is your custody. You cannot. You have to be a very experienced criminal to lead the search. If you understand what I'm saying, then you are highly connected. Now, she said she don't have right to crown herself a deputy prime minister. COS step up. All the action and everything that she's doing is work of prime minister. And you cannot start calling her prime minister when you have prime minister who is in detention. What is the best word after that? It's not the deputy. So by default, she's deputy prime minister. This is my own. This is me telling you what is going on and what happened. Have you seen any genuine Biafran? Apart from some of you that hated her because she's more active than you, she's saying things that you couldn't say. These are the facts. Even Nigerian government understand that they have scanned all of you that in the cabinet. Without being told, they already know her as next in line before even the convention. Nigerian just carried her name before the convention. That is by default I'm talking about. Some of you, I know some of you, tell me one country that have a deputy prime minister or a leader that is by default. Who elected Masnam Khan as a leader of IPOB? He is a leader by default. Before you start calling PM, making him PM or voting for him for the PM, he is already a PM, a leader by default. Do you understand it? Until you begin to accept this truth, you can never ever represent anything truthfulness or honesty. Accept the fact. Like, for example, by default, not even Nkere, we're supposed to, lead your group now. By default, it's Sona Barawa. In terms of intellectual, like intellect, in terms of vocality, in terms of, knowledge or awareness, because I mean here he's in media more than Nkere. Nkere is not the kind of person that, but you guys pushing him to be leader because of finance, because he had the Dobela Nke Sona Parawa. Sona Parawa is in position to lead your group than Nkere. if you are truthful. Do you understand? So don't get it twisted. But COS supersede all of you by default. That's number one. And Biafrans know this, and her action speak louder than your own reasons for her not to be. And she said something again in this number. Okay, the one I discussed now is number three. Actually, let's just go back to number two. Number two said she went ahead to dissolve Biafran cabinet. Okay, we have talked about that. I'm looking for where is the where? Okay, number okay. Well, that's number five. We're getting there. Number five says something that I want to talk. I wanted to chip in that in now, but let's calm down. Let's go again. They have 3A. Then 2-3 here. So she said again, if Ngozi Rabeze is her apparent to the throne, if Ngozi Rabeze is the heir apparent to the throne of her father, does she have the right to crown herself? Can you imagine? You already call her heir apparent. She don't have right to crown herself as heir apparent. Heir apparent is something that has to do with tradition and custom, norms of the community, norms of the land, like the value system of the society, of the community, or the town. So you can't compare this. You're talking about freedom movement. Have you asked yourself why PM come up with why did he started calling the Biafran that were following him Autopilot? Like where's the name of this Autopilot started from? That is Autopilot. In Autopilot movement, you have leader. You can a leader can come up by default. Like it's not necessary that you gather and say, okay, let us go and lead. Your action and what you can do have already made you a leader by default. Let me take it again. Your action and what you do have already can put you in that leadership position without anybody crowning you. Ask yourself, why is it that Nigerian government decided to spend everything, all the money, they stress themselves a lot to get PM, to certain PM to get him arrested, than Chike Dozem, who happened to be the leader by election or by appointment all the years before PM joined the Biafra movement at all. They bypass him and look for PM. It is because of his action. If you think that forget about action, let us after the action, then who crowned you? Then it simply means that you don't know the movement that you are in. Every movement, anybody that is security personnel that knows what he's doing, that have received security like training now, or have been in the military training. I don't want to use the military so that you're not going to say, oh, you are talking from background of military. Listen, that's not why you are here. I'm just telling you. Anybody that knows what he's doing in terms of security, like that have been in security or have received training before, will understand what I'm saying better. In case like this, in some cases, of course, like movement like this, you need to understand that things can change. That even a younger person we assume office like will be the one to lead than let us, who is the elders here? No, it's not about that. Experience and the activities of the person count in everything that the person wants to do. You cannot just tell me that because like this your illustration is childish. If she is a heir apparent of the throne, okay, of a throne of her father, does she have the right to crown herself? The question you should ask yourself: does those who are supposed to crown the person, do they have right to choose who is going to be the heir apparent? You already know that she is the heir apparent before the day of crowning her or crowning the person. The whole society, the whole community already know that this person is the person. So your problem now is no longer that she's not supposed to be there, but who crowned her. The question to you is, do you accept that she is next to the throne? If you accept, then forget about the throne, because the movement like this don't have time for crowning, putting cap and doing inauguration. This is automatic. That's why Autopilot started. PM came up with that name for a reason. Autopilot. And don't I'm not saying that you are still the movement is autopilot, no more government. But there is the reason why PM, came up with that name, why he used that name is still the reason is still existing. I will end it here. Then number 4 said the emphasis of our supreme leaders, Master Kano, on Nigerian lawlessness came to spectacular on the way and manner Ngozi Orabeze handled the Biafran affairs. Within the 2 days she was privileged, Ngozi Orabeze disobeyed our law and charter. The word privilege simply means that you did not agree, you did not accept her leadership in that 2 days. Even if you like, make it 1 hour. He had 1 hour later. So you agree that somehow she assumed office, but to you, you have a time frame for her. Your leader and what you are doing now, where did you got it from? Like, who give it to you? Is there anyone that appointed you to be in the position that you are now? From what you're saying now, Ngozi leading came from the right source. That's why you said you giving time frame is to exonerate your disobedience on her leadership all this while, trying to tell us that she have bypassed the days that they gave to her. Now you are saying that now because the lady claim have no other option than to accept. But for her to justify what she's doing now, she has to tell you that PM said that PM don't know that he will stay longer in the detention. Okay, let Orabeze lead for so what did I come back. But he don't know now that he knows that he's gonna stay, spend some months there. He want to now change the leaders or the leadership. You forgot that people will ask questions. If PM don't see Ngozi Orabeze as the next right person to hand over the mantle to her, if he don't see her as that kind of person, why calling her forth in the first place? You understand? And what has changed? Because PM have not come out to know the problem. And who contacted PM in detention or in prison to inform her that Ngozi Orabeze have not done well? For PM just to change everything without hearing from Ngozi Orabeze. So what PM should have done is to, let me hear from Ngozi first. PM is not the kind of person that judge case without hearing from the other side or from the other party. That's why I said that the lie you guys are bringing out is shocking. Here you will talk about the charter. That Ngozi Orabeze disobeyed the law and charter. Coming from the group who use CRC, Conflict Resolution Committee, as electoral body of the government. Do you have in charter that your Conflict Resolution Committee will become your INEC or your electoral body? Because that's what you guys are using now. Imam Madago is the one swearing people in and out. Now, yet you guys know how to build a country, how to build a, when I watch and listen to you guys, I got more confused. How can you actually believe what you guys do you actually believe what is coming out from your mouth? Ngozi Orabeze disobeyed our law and charter. The same charter that you did not tell us how that back up Nkere not to give account. The same charter that not check the activities or biography of people who are leading you. As I am now, to be honest with you, I cannot lay hand on anything that this is the job of Nkere. Like, this is his background, this is what he do. I don't know anything about him. Even the little one that we know before, Nkere, is highly shaken. Nobody knows which of them is true. I said, a lot of names. So, how can you explain that to us? Number 5, she said, it is a known fact that we have submitted our charter to the U.S. Congress, and their eyes are on us to see if what we are written in the charter, What we're reading in the charter are the ways by which the affairs of the government governance are being conducted for recognition. But don't jeopardize these very steps, thereby causing a setback, a lie from pit of hell. You have in the charter. So the charter said if you have any disagreement, you should jump on social media and start calling names and insulting a fellow comrade. Is that what charter said? Why did the Chiamaka Jere and Sona Parawa jump on social media, started calling CS names and insulting her without waiting for conflict resolution committee to come up with the result, or to even call them for a meeting or something like that? Is these two individuals, information ministers and former information minister and his deputy, do you believe that they have right to, under your charter, to do what they did? When they started, Biafran was like, what is going on? What are we fighting inside, outside? What's going on? Someone like me, I did not even know that they have already conflict resolution committee in the first place. I did not even know. I was calling for that. They should have a group that their job will be to resolve issue. Under your charter, you have that group, right? Did you use that? Oh, you did not use it to resolve any solution, any conflict. What are you using them for now? Electoral process, to elect, to swearing in, and and removing anybody. That is what they abandon their primary duty and pick up a different job under your charter. Then under this your charter, you refuse to tell us why PM is facing money laundering charges. As a government, it is your duty, it is your primary duty to scan through the transaction that has happened and clear air to Biafrans, not to cabinet now. You may not come out, you don't need to tell the figures, but give us the trust. Now everything you guys are saying is no longer, is no longer making any sense, because the lies that you guys have lied it outweigh the so-called truth that you are going to bring, because everything that starting from the PM's ex-wife, okay, I don't want to talk about the previous one, like the questioning Nkere's identity and all that, but even the few days ago, the one of few days ago, where Nkere said that he talked to PM for 30 minutes, an ATM, someone that you called your APM, which I prefer to call ATM, came up with this idea of bringing the job, that what he thinks that he can do now is to make sure that COS will be relegated and Biafran despise her and everything. No. That is why you guys are keep on doing everything you want to do or you can do to bring her down by every means necessary. If not, tell me why did he say that he talked to PM for 30 minutes when he did not? Because the lady herself actually came up with this idea that nobody talked to PM outside Finland. That even if within Finland, you must be his lawyer or his family. So, meaning that PM have a number of people that he can only talk to, not everybody. But what did you tell Biafrans? Oh, that you talk to him for 30 minutes, and they should go and ask Ngozi if she have ever hear PM voice after they call him for questioning or the arrest. He said that his Ngozi represent jeopardized the opportunity that you submitted your charter to Congress. That's a lie. Even if you submit it has nothing to do with the recognition. The charter is your law. They have to see how you respect that law. And if you actually want to talk about, how you pilot the affairs of the government and the governance of the federal government in Nesa, that if you think that that is what will give birth to your speed up recognition from government of the world, then you should get Sana Barawa and Chiamaka, for questioning. You have to question them for Coming up on social media, they are the one that brought everything out. You that is talking, Eunice BP, you are, because I'm reading this from you. I don't know who signed it. Maybe we're gonna see the person that is behind the write up. But you are the one that posted it on your platform. You do not even share, meaning that you are the originator of the write up, or maybe you copied it and posted it officially on your platform. I don't know. But I don't have another person to call up if not you that I saw it on your wall. So you are the one that posted it. You that is talking. Don't you think that what you are supporting people who brought the whole shenanigan on social media, the attack and everything, that they are at fault? The same way that PM questioned Sona Parawa before for posting, I don't know, the write up what he posted until this day, nobody knows. People from outside did not know that. But that thing is not good. That PM decided to summon you guys to question you, to tell you that what Sona Baro did was wrong. All right? And he did it again. Now PM is not here. What did he do? He brought the internal conflict to the outside world. And you are here telling us that US is watching us how we conduct ourselves. To know if you are following the charter or not. Those who ignore charter and decided to attack on social media, do you know how depressed some Biafrans felt when they saw that attack in the first place? You don't care. Some people wake up in the morning and check on the social media platform, seeing attack, seeing you calling names. You don't only attack CS, you extended it to any Biafran that question you for doing what you are doing. Whereas you have conflict resolution committee there, they're supposed to come call you, two of you, and be neutral. But they themselves are actually part of the problem. So I don't blame you for not listening to the committee, because you guys had a meeting before you came up on social media. For you to jump, you have Imam Badawa and the group must have supported you, and they have proven it to Biafrans, because there's no iota of being neutral or making sure they're making peace for any conflict at all. They are the ones instigating the problem behind the scene. If not, that's why you guys I always have them as chief host and all that. Conflict resolution committee should be neutral without siding anybody. They are the life giver of the struggle. In terms of any conflict among members, it is their duty to reconcile, to clear air, to make everybody to understand that they are both important. But immediately when they started siding someone, it is over. And that is the same problem that Nigerian judiciary system is having. A judge will side, a man, a criminal that is from his side. I don't want to go turn this to Nigerian judiciary issue, but if you know, you know. And that's what you guys are doing without even having the mandate of reference. PM just choose few individuals to be in that kind of organization or that kind of committee. And Biafra welcome that because he came from PM. We have to respect that because PM, everybody trusts him, and we know that everything have done in the past, stand out. So nobody's questioning that. I'm not questioning that, but I'm just telling you that you are there, okay, by chance, not that you merit, not by merit. Imagine just like some of them that are because we don't have right to do this. The reason why you are questioning CS for dissolving the cabinet because dissolving the cabinet actually affected what you think that makes you popular. Yes, now that title that you are bearing in the government is something that you cherish so much. That's why you want everything to reset back again, because that reset going back, falling back, they're gonna meet you as one of the minister. In convention hall in Finland, in Latin, it was made clear that ministers, Biafran government, after the declaration of Biafra, ministers' names have been turned to secretary. But until this day, I'm just watching you guys. When I join you in your space or your program on YouTube, any platform that of my choice, where I notice that you guys are broadcasting, I do hear Minister Nka, Minister Nka, Honorable Minister. But you guys were the one clapping hand when it was announced in Finland that is no longer minister, it's going to be a secretary. But because you are so desperate to fall back, you want people to go back to factory setting, which is bridge. You are spending all manner of your strength now, everything that you can lay hand upon to convince Biafra that there's a joy and life in being in exile. I'm not against being in exile. Anything can go. But your reason is, I can see selfishness. I can see, disobedient. But that is just what I have to say. I don't want to further that. You know what I'm talking about. Number six, Nkosara Beze went and registered a parallel government and changed the designated bank account of the government to start a new struggle. Very unfortunately, very unfortunately, that the then state admin and some of her executives have taken a stand with her, coming from people who are very funny. And she said again, uh, notwithstanding, a new Egbana state cabinet has been confirmed with Chibuchi Oyeozi being the new admin, and we have found solace with the election and the inauguration of Honorable Nkere as the acting prime minister. That kind of acting prime minister, and whom our PM Mazi Simon Ekpa has asked everyone to fall back to her, pending when he comes out. Hence we therefore disassociate, distance, and totally separate ourselves from the illegal activities of Nkosara Bese. Long live Igbo State, long live Biafra, sign Nwada CP. Okay, State Secretary, Chibuchi Oyozi, State Admin. You are very, very funny. Very, very, very funny. You're a joker. Now let us talk about this number six before we end this live broadcast. I forgot to inform you that you need to like this video. Okay, I supposed to say it at the beginning so that it will encourage you to like it, while watching. This is me begging you. Click on the like button and subscribe if you are new. I want to read your comment, to be honest with you. What do you think about all this? What do you think? I want to read your own take. Whether you are from Nkere, but your insult, if you insult me for telling you what somebody put here, I will reverse it back to you and it will remain with you. So be careful on that one. I'm just saying it here because I've seen some of you. If you are one of those that are insulting me, you know the reply you will receive, and I know that you know that thing exists. So be warned. I am here trying my best not to be aggressive. Even my voice, the way I talk very calmly, right? Some of you say that I speak very slow. Good and fine, but at least you can hear what I'm saying. But be it as it may, remove your insult here. I'm telling you, remove it, because if you bring this kind of, because you guys are not even insult, it's a curse. Some of you lay curse on somebody for not just doing anything to you. You don't like what I'm saying, and all you can do is curse. If you try it, I will package it and add you Jala and send it to you. I'm not using photo, but you know that you exist. That once I reverse it, you know that you exist. One, because I did not commit anything against you. If you don't like what say that the brother you and what you are saying is wrong, okay, I understand. But this idea of they paid you a criminal, if you say that, my dear, or somebody, hand go touch me number again, am I the one that put anything? I have told you. Some of you said, oh, you are not a fighter for Biafra. Of course, I keep on telling you that I'm not. I'm not fighting for. But how can you have PM and Mazen Ogani are looking for another place to fight for you? So meaning that you drive joy in having a leader to create parallel government like you guys said. I'm not here for that. I'm not agitating for you or if anything. I'm just a content creator. That's what you guys called me, and I believe that's what I am. Pure content creator. Okay? So take it that way, and God bless you if you can accept it. Now, let's go back to what he said, what this person said here. Where I actually want to emphasize more is where the person, I don't know if he or she that wrote this nonsense. The person said that she registered a parallel government. Did you see in this write-up anywhere this person mentioned anything about hijacking and seizing government items? They seized the head office in Maryland. They seized military. They seized, even social media handles. They seize everything. They hijack everything. And you expect her to do what? Oh, no. You expect The same thing that USA did. They hijack everything that Master can own, including the radio Biafra, just to give PM a slot. Not that he will be in charge of the whole thing. A slot, they refused. They did it on Gaza. What do you expect her to do? And Biafra, once you have Biafrans with you, eh, my dear, you are registered, and she have it. So all the, if you like, write memo from Hanan to memo will be there, but memo cannot carry any weight without the people. You should, if you are smart, if you have been following what is happening all this while, you should know that people are the pillar. Listen, people are the pillar of whatever you claim that you want to do. Once they are not with you, you are just talking to yourself. So it is not a game of who is to fall forward, fall forward, or who is to fall back. Are you going to push yourself forward, step up, or you are going to step back? Every sensible human will tell you to step forward. Stepping back is a failure. Okay? And you know that. So anybody telling you that she created a parallel government, ask them why. What lead for that? What lead her to create that parallel government? What happened? What did she see? What did you do to her that warrant that? So just like when she was calling for recruitment, people say no, it's a taboo. Oh, you can that you have men on ground. Oh, Chineke, blah, 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 blah. Then they will turn that. They after saying that they will still tell you that she don't have anybody, that she don't have nobody. She don't have men on ground. She don't have access to men on ground. That nobody is following her. The same thing, that the same brainwash that you brainwash, because it is very easy for you to brainwash one person, but to brainwash anybody that have been watching you, it will be difficult. So I don't blame PM's wife. She don't know anything about what is going on. So let me leave it at that, because I have seen that the name or the minutes of this video is getting too long. So like the video and subscribe to the channel. Tell me what you think about this video. All right. Thank you so much, and God bless you all. Bye bye for now.